Now, the blockade has forced the German shipping company, Hapag-Lloyd, to radically alter its services. I'm going to show you now the various different routes and how they've changed. Now, this route, the Gemini-Asia Gulf Express from China right the way around Southeast Asia, along through Southeast Asia up there, that, of course, has been completely shut down. All these ports across the continent are not receiving cargo from the Middle East because, of course, this one here relies on Jebel Ali, which is the massive UAE free port. And if you can't get in there, well, you're not going to be able to make this particular route. So then you go from India to the Gulf for obvious reasons. This is far more, more difficult because it's taking advantage of many more ports within the Straits of Hormuz and the sea. And you can see how that is being affected. You can't really get down there, which means, of course, a crucial area, the world's most populous country, is now cut off from the Persian Gulf. Look at Kuwait, and you certainly see the difficulty for Kuwait. The Kuwait feeder service, as it's known, is suspended as well. Routes operating have been told to skip certain ports to try and make up. One example, again, Jebel Ali is here. The disruption after disruption after disruption. So how's it all affected Hapag-Lloyd's share price? You know, it's down, obviously, from its highs of 160 euros down to 120. But I'm surprised it's holding up right as well. More important is the human toll. They have 6 ships that are stuck in the Gulf at the moment. Dozens of crew members on board. They have access to food and water. The chief exec of Hapag-Lloyd is Rolf Habben Jansen. He's with me now. Sir, it is good to see you. I'm grateful. I guess, you know, our thoughts are always first and foremost with those people most affected, and those are the seamen and women who are stuck in the Gulf.
They are, and at the moment, as you said, we have 6 ships stuck there with about 25 people on board of each of the ships, so that makes 150 people. And of course, we're keen to get them out, but at the moment, that's unfortunately not possible. Should not forget, though, that we also have several hundred people working in the Emirates and a couple of other countries there in the Gulf. Many of them have gone back to their home countries, but as the situation now seems to stabilize a bit, we're also getting quite a few of them actually back into the office as from this and next week.
So losing access to those Gulf ports, how would you quantify it in terms of the whole of, you know, your Hapag-Lloyd essentially ferry service of cargo around the world, which you do extremely successfully? If you take that out, you can get from Asia to Europe the long way, you can take things round and about, upside down, but it's a real puzzle.
It is, and of course, getting in and out of the upper Gulf is nearly impossible because, yes, there are a few land bridges, but they have nowhere near the capacity that you would have when you can utilize the ships. So, yes, that's a big problem. And in terms of the size of it, I think if you look at Hapag-Lloyd, roughly 7% of our business is related to the upper Gulf. So for us, that means that we miss about 15 or 20,000 TEUs a week that we normally would be moving.
What's also, of course, worrying is it's not just the upper Gulf. You've also got the Red Sea. You've also got all these other areas. You've got the Houthis in other parts of the world. And that in itself is causing more disruption. What for you, which industries do you think are being most affected by all of this?
I think in the end, everybody is affected by that. Of course, for people in the upper Gulf, there it's very, very much about food. That's probably the most important, apart from the limitations that there are, of course, on oil export. When you look at the Red Sea, that, of course, is a situation that we have now faced for quite a long time. Earlier this year, we tried to go back to the Red Sea, but that then turned out not to be possible just yet. I think, though, that meantime, at this point in time, the impact of that on most of the supply chains is not so significant because we've had that situation for now almost 2.5 years, which means that most of those supply chains have just been adjusted to longer transit times that we typically now see from Asia to Europe or also to the US.
On this question of the longer time and the reworking of the supply chain. For Hapag-Lloyd, the ability to keep routes open. So, for instance, at some point, you're going to have to be faced with the question, shall we go round the Straits of Hormuz? Shall we go back to the Upper Gulf? Shall we go into these areas? Now, I'm gonna save you the time of telling me that safety is first for all your ships and your sailors. But you're going to have to make that decision at one point, and what will be that based on?
That's very difficult to judge. I mean, we had a similar situation on the Red Sea, where we have been watching that on a weekly basis. In the beginning of this year, we said, let's make a plan to gradually go back through the Red Sea. Then we assumed that we would be able to have close protection from Aspidas. That in the end turned out to be a lot more difficult than we anticipated, which meant that we had to adjust again the plan and go back around the Cape. I think when you look at the situation that we see today around the Strait of Hormuz, that could change quite quickly, but it could also take longer. The challenge there, of course, is that contrary to what you have on the Red Sea, you basically have no alternative, because even if you want to go, if you don't want to go through the Red Sea, but you need to go to the Mediterranean, or even if you have to go to Jeddah, you can still go around. It takes a lot longer, but you can still get there. So that's of course not possible if you have to go in and want to go in and out of the Upper Gulf.
You know, I say this half sort of flippancy, except it's so serious. You've got the danger of going around the Straits because of Iran. You've got the US blockade, which would prevent you going anyway. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, sort of, but that's also why, as you said, you know, we shouldn't say it, but it is still safety first, yeah? And that's why most of our ships are still at anchor in the Gulf at this point in time.
Really grateful, sir. Thank you for talking to us exclusively tonight, giving us, it's really important that we actually hear the sort of companies behind the news and that puts perspective into what we're all talking about. I'm grateful you joined us tonight. Thank you.